When Giuseppe Sardo, Pope Pius X, first became a bishop, he experienced a little touch of vanity as he proudly held up his hand to his loving mother and he said, "Mother, look at my episcopal ring." His mother, being a strong Italian peasant, returned by holding up her elderly and worn hand bearing her wedding ring and said, "If it were not for this ring, you would not have that ring. If it were not for this ring, you would not have that ring." Dear brothers and sisters, on this Mother's Day, let's admit gratefully the fact that none of us is able to return in the same measure all the love that our mothers have given us. Their influence on their children is so great that it affects the children throughout their lives. Our mothers not only gave us birth, but nursed us, nurtured us, trained us in their religious beliefs and practices. They taught us good manners and ideal behavior, disciplined us as best as they could, and made us good citizens of the country, of the church, and of our society. There is a beautiful Spanish proverb: an ounce of mother is better than a pound of clergy. Four preachers were discussing their favorite translation of Bible. The first one said, "I like the King James Version because it's so beautiful English." Another said, "I like the New American Standard Version because it is closer to the original Greek and Hebrew." The third one declared, "I like the Good News Version because it is so easy to read." The fourth minister was silent for a moment and then he said, "I like my mother's translation. I like my mother's translation best." The other three were so surprised, and one of them asked, "I didn't know that your mother made a translation of Bible." Then this minister, the fourth minister, replied, "Yes, my mother translated the Bible into every day of my life, every day of life. And it was the most beautiful and convincing translation I ever saw." Yes, dear brothers and sisters, the word mother is synonymous with the sacrificial agape love in its purest form as commanded by Jesus in his farewell speech, "Love one another as I have loved you." Love one another as I have loved you. On this Mother's Day, let's acknowledge the truth that we have two mothers, our earthly mother and our heavenly mother, the mother of Jesus. The Catholic Church proclaims the great nobility of the mother of Jesus, Mary Most Holy, and presents her as the supreme model of all mothers. So our Blessed Mother is the supreme model of all mothers. The month of May is traditionally the month of Mary. Through Mary, the work of motherhood is glorified and sanctified. It is highly proper for us to express our love and gratitude to our mothers by our presence and gifts. But this may not be possible in this unprecedented time. Hence, let us lavish our love on our mothers and express our gratitude for them in the form of our fervent prayers offered for them before God. Let's ask our Heavenly Mother to take care of our earthly mothers, whether they are alive or have gone for their eternal reward. And finally, I like to read a letter from an Irish mother to her son. She wrote, "Dear son, just a few lines to let you know that I am still alive. I am writing this letter so slowly because I know you cannot read it fast. We are all doing very well here. You won't recognize the house when you get home. We have moved. Your dad read in the newspaper that most accidents happen within 20 miles from your home, so we moved. I won't be able to send you the address because the last Irish family that lived here took the house numbers when they moved so that they wouldn't have to change their address. This place is really nice. It even has a washing machine. I'm not sure it works so well though. Last week, I put a load in and pulled the chain and haven't seen them since. Your father has got a really good job now. He has got 500 men under him. He is cutting the grass at the cemetery. Your sister Mary had a baby this morning, but I haven't found if it's a boy or a girl, so I don't know whether you are an auntie or an uncle. Your uncle Patrick drowned last week in a vat of whiskey in the Dublin brewery. Some of his workmates tried to save him, but he fought them off bravely. They cremated him, and it took 3 days to put out the fire. I went to the doctor on Thursday, and your father went with me. The doctor put a small tube in my mouth and told me not to talk for 10 minutes. Your father offered to buy it at any cost from the doctor. And she concludes, there isn't much more news at this time. Nothing much had happened. Postscript. I was going to send you some money, but I had already sealed the envelope. Dear brothers and sisters, happy Mother's Day.